The impact of Abgar's healing and the conversion of Edessa reverberated through the centuries, transforming the city into one of the earliest strongholds of Christianity outside Palestine. Not only the king but also his people embraced faith in Jesus, and the city became a refuge for Christians during times of persecution. Edessa, though small, became a beacon of hope, a place where Christ's message flourished despite the constant threat from the Roman Empire and other powers in the region. The story of Abgar and his correspondence with Jesus is a powerful reminder of how faith can transform not just the life of an individual, but of an entire nation. Abgar's healing was not just physical, it symbolized the spiritual healing of an entire community. Thaddeus's visit to Edessa not only fulfilled Jesus' promise, but also established a lasting legacy. Under Thaddeus's spiritual leadership, the people of Edessa experienced a revival of faith, and many miracles were reported, strengthening the belief in the new religion. Abgar, healed and now filled with gratitude and devotion, ordered the construction of churches and encouraged his subjects to follow Christ's path. The story of Abgar and Edessa is one of the earliest demonstrations of Christianity's power to transcend cultures and borders. Even before the apostles reached Rome, the gospel had already taken root in distant lands, bringing the light of salvation to all corners of the known world. Abgar, as one of the first Gentile rulers to convert, played a crucial role in expanding Christianity to the Middle East and beyond. His faith demonstrated that Christ's gospel was not exclusive to the Jews, but rather a universal message of hope and redemption for all humanity. But this story doesn't end here. For centuries, Jesus' letter to King Abgar was preserved and revered by Eastern Christians. Although the exact contents of the letter have been debated by scholars over time, the impact it had on Christian history is undeniable. The correspondence between Jesus and Abgar became a symbol of faith that transcends the visible and tangible, an unwavering belief in the healing and salvation that only the Son of God can bring. Edessa continued to be a vital Christian center for many centuries, resisting invasions and maintaining its firm faith. Even during the darkest times of persecution, the memory of Abgar's healing and Jesus' promise remained alive in the hearts of the people. The city became a sanctuary for the persecuted, and the faith planted there by Thaddeus flourished, spreading throughout the region and taking deep roots that sustained Christianity in the East. For many Eastern Christians, Edessa symbolized God's faithfulness in fulfilling his promises. It was a reminder that, even in times of great tribulation, God's grace was sufficient to sustain those who believed in him. The story of Abgar and his letter became a legend of faith and perseverance, a narrative that inspired generations of Christians to remain steadfast in their faith, even in the face of the greatest adversities. As the centuries passed, the story of Edessa and Abgar's healing was recorded in chronicles and historical texts. However, like so many ancient stories, precise details were lost or modified over time. While some modern scholars question the authenticity of the correspondence between Jesus and Abgar, there is no denying the spiritual and cultural impact this story had on Eastern Christianity. The faith demonstrated by Abgar and the miraculous healing he received remain a powerful testament to Jesus' ability to transform lives, even from afar. And this is the great lesson we take from Abgar's story. Faith, even when tested, has the power to move mountains. The story of a foreign king who believed in Jesus' words without ever having seen him, and who was rewarded with healing and salvation, challenges us to believe in the transformative power of faith. Abgar reminds us that no matter where we are or who we are, Christ's message is open to all who are willing to believe and receive His grace. As we continue our faith journey today, the story of Abgar and Edessa remains a shining example of Christianity's impact on the hearts of those who, even without seeing, believe. Abgar teaches us that faith knows no borders, that healing is possible for everyone, and that Jesus' promises are true and powerful, even 2,000 years later. If you were touched by this story and want to learn more about Jesus' impact on other lands and times, keep watching our channel. Here we explore rare and inspiring stories that reveal the depth and reach of Christ's message throughout the centuries. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with everyone who needs a reminder of the transformative power of faith. Your participation helps keep the message of hope and salvation alive, allowing more people to discover the stories that shaped our faith and continue to inspire millions around the world. The story of Abgar, the king who believed from afar, is not just an ancient legend. It is a powerful reminder that Jesus continues to answer the prayers of all who seek His healing and redemption. Even in the most unexpected places, He is present, bringing hope, faith, and miracles to those who sincerely seek Him. And just as Abgar found the healing he so desired, you too can find in Jesus the power to transform your life, wherever you are. The miraculous healing of King Abgar and his conversion to Christianity echoed throughout history, transforming the small city of Edessa into a critical center of early Christian faith. Not only did the king turn to Christ, but his entire kingdom followed his example, embracing the new religion that was spreading across the world. Edessa, though geographically small, became spiritually significant as a place where the teachings of Christ found fertile ground, establishing one of the earliest Christian communities outside Judea. Abgar's illness, though it physically debilitated him, served as the catalyst for one of the most remarkable stories in the history of Christianity. His desperation led him to seek out Jesus, whose reputation as a healer had reached even the distant corners of his kingdom. The correspondence between Abgar and Jesus, as preserved by early Christian historians, reflects a profound moment where faith transcended physical barriers and led to divine intervention. In his letter, Abgar expressed his belief in Jesus' divine power, asking him to come to Edessa to heal him. Jesus' response, filled with grace and wisdom, acknowledged the king's faith and made a promise that would forever change the history of Edessa. According to the ancient accounts, Jesus did not travel to Edessa, but he fulfilled his promise in a different way. After his ascension, one of his disciples, Thaddeus, was sent to Edessa, where he not only healed Abgar, but also performed many miracles among the people. This marked the beginning of a spiritual transformation in the region, as Edessa became a beacon of Christianity in the Eastern world. Edessa's significance in Christian history cannot be understated. The healing of King Abgar was a pivotal moment that catalyzed the spread of the Christian faith across the Eastern Roman Empire and beyond. Under the leadership of Thaddeus, the Christian community in Edessa flourished, with churches being established and the message of Christ spreading far and wide. This early Christian outpost became a refuge for believers during times of persecution, offering spiritual sanctuary to those who sought to escape the oppressive grip of the Roman Empire. Abgar's story is a powerful testimony to the far-reaching impact of Jesus' ministry. Though Jesus never physically visited Edessa, his influence permeated the city through the faith of his followers. Abgar's conversion was not only a personal miracle, but also a catalyst for the establishment of one of the first Christian states in the world. This small kingdom, located on the edge of the Roman and Persian empires, became a vital hub for the early Christian church, influencing neighboring regions and helping to spread the teachings of Christ. The legacy of King Abgar and Edessa endured for centuries, even as political powers shifted and empires rose and fell. The Christian community in Edessa remained a stronghold of faith. The city became renowned for its theological scholarship and its role in preserving and spreading Christian doctrines throughout the region. It was in Edessa that many early Christian texts were translated and disseminated, ensuring that the teachings of Christ would continue to reach new audiences. In addition to its spiritual significance, Edessa was also home to one of the most revered Christian relics of the early church, the image of Edessa. This sacred cloth, believed to bear the image of Christ's face, was said to have been created when Jesus pressed a towel to his face, leaving a miraculous imprint. The image of Edessa became an object of veneration, believed to possess protective powers, and played a crucial role in the religious life of the city. For centuries, it was one of the most cherished relics in Christendom, attracting pilgrims and serving as a symbol of divine grace. Today, the story of King Abgar and his correspondence with Jesus continues to inspire believers around the world. Though the historical details of the letters have been debated by scholars, the spiritual truth of the story remains clear. Faith in Christ can transcend even the greatest obstacles. Abgar's unwavering belief in Jesus' power brought healing and salvation not only to himself but to an entire kingdom, setting an example for generations of Christians to follow. If this story moved you, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video so more people can experience the powerful messages we explore here on this channel. Together we can keep the light of faith burning brightly, reaching hearts across the globe with the timeless truths of the gospel.